We're looking today at Psalm 71. Take some comfort from these 3 verses. In you, O Lord, I have taken refuge. Let me never be put to shame. Rescue me and deliver me in your righteousness. Turn your ear to me and save me. Be my rock of refuge to which I can always go. Give the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Now, as I say, those are the opening lines of Psalm 71, a psalm where David is clearly in anguish and concerned, partly because he's being attacked on all sides by enemies, but life generally just getting him down. He can't see where his future is heading. People are handling this coronavirus thing in very different ways. Some with enormous positivity and learning new skills and growing as a person, using the time wisely and well and feeling quite at peace about it. But a significant number of people are struggling, and they're feeling a bit like David was feeling, needing God to cling to, a rock and a refuge. And I think we do need to face it that lots of people are struggling with the current confinement. People are anxious about losing their jobs. And if they've been furloughed, will there be a job to go back to? What do the long-term prospects look like for them in terms of work? Many people are concerned about their mental health, being, as it were, trapped and feeling like the walls are closing in around them. The long-term consequences of undiagnosed conditions worry people. How well am I? Hypochondria rises everywhere as people imagine aches and pains being more significant than perhaps they really are. In addition, people are finding relationships stressful. Very few people find themselves locked away with an individual, even an individual they love and care for, even children they care deeply about. It's a relatively rare and indeed unnatural for some of us kind of world in which we now inhabit. And all of these things produce stresses and anxieties and worries. Perhaps we're not sleeping very well at night. We're eating in unhealthy ways and putting on weight, and that doesn't make us feel good about ourselves. And so it all becomes too much. And we wonder where God is in it all, and we're missing our church folk and family and friends. And gosh, it just feels so heavy and so weary, for some of us at least. So today, if we're in that state, first of all, we have to acknowledge that that is actually how we feel and not pretend we feel in some way differently. One of the wonderful things about the Bible is that it doesn't ask us to pretend that we're not suffering. It doesn't dismiss pain and difficulty as an illusion. We're asked to face our pain, to accept it as real, and not to shy away from telling God about it, for crying to God and asking him to help us look it full in the face. So we shouldn't pretend that we're not in pain. We shouldn't pretend that we're really enjoying this whole thing, even if we're absolutely hating it. The virus is a hateful thing. It's robbed people of their lives. Even today, I've heard of someone, a fellow Baptist minister, someone in recent years that I came to really value. He's lost his life because of coronavirus. So there's a heaviness about things. So today, if none of this applies to you and you feel great about yourself and about life, please pray for the many people who won't. And if you're in a situation of a bit of despair and struggle, that's okay. Don't pretend it's not real. Take it to God. Cling to the rock, which will not let you down. Whether you feel God's near or you feel he's far away, the rock is real. Your faith is just as real as it ever was. Understand his love for you now in the darkness, because it's just as real as when it was easy to believe when you walked in the light. So today, cling to the rock with David and know his strength in your day.